So, with the release of the Coolpix P1100 or P1100, depending on how you want to say it, Nikon says go beyond. Um, it's £49 more expensive than the P1000, its predecessor, and going by what I can see, is the difference is huge because they've changed the micro USB connector to a USB-C connector. Yeah, I think that's it. So is it worth buying it in 2025? No, because it's massive. If you compare this camera to a RX10 Mark IV or any other bridge camera, this thing is a monster. It's not too bad for video, but for stills photography, it's not great. It's basically a mobile phone sensor with a huge lens on it. And I'm talking a small sensor as well, not a 1 inch. Uh, yeah, so totally up to you. Obviously, if you like these things, it is what it is. It's your choice. But personally, 24 to 3000 millimeters is pretty useless. The only thing it's okay for is shooting the moon, shooting down on the ground, getting wildlife shots and stuff like that isn't going to be perfect half the time due to atmospheric distortion, air quality and things like that. Looking through across the countryside or wherever, you're going to get distortion from heat haze and things like that. So yeah, it's not much use in reality in a lot of specs. The autofocus is also still pretty ancient on it, and yeah, it's not the best bit of kit in the world. You know, they're showing it as quite good, but when you see it, the quality isn't particularly good, really, in the real world. So yeah, if you want to spend £1,000, personally, I would buy a used RX10 Mark IV. Or Lumix have released a bridge camera as well, and it's the Lumix FZ82. There's also an 80 version as well. I don't know what the difference is, but this thing here is also in a big zoom thing going on, and yeah, I'm not sure what the quality of this is like. I've not seen it in the real world, but going by that photo there, it looks pretty horrendous when you look at the quality. You can buy some obviously extra bits, teleconversion lenses and close-up filters and things like that, and spare battery. What else can you buy for it? Flash gun, ND filters and things. But that's that. Price-wise, I don't actually know. Does it say? Do we know? Nope, there's no price on there at all. Is there an overview? Hmm, no. But still the king, 7 years down the line, or even more, 8 years almost, is the RX10. So if Nikon and Panasonic are re-releasing or releasing updated versions of their super zoom bridge cameras, does that mean Sony are going to re-release the RX10 just with a USB-C port added? As a possibility. Or are Sony going to kick ass and give us the RX10 Mark V? I'm hoping we get an RX10 Mark V with a huge update with all the technology out there now that we can actually get something that is highly deserved. But I'm still worried that they're scared if they release this thing as a Mark V version with updated software chips, like the AI chips, much faster processing, stuff like that going on inside the camera. They could destroy the whole market, but I just don't know. There's a lot of photographers out there who, like myself, shoot professionally on the A1, other full frame cameras out there. There's obviously thousands of people shooting with Nikon's, Canons, Sony's, and other bodies of different manufacturers out there. And I don't. It's kind of hard, isn't it? Because if they released an updated version of the RX10, it could cause a massive uproar with the kind of technology they could stick in it. But at the same time, would I use the RX10 instead of a different camera for studio shooting, for example? Or products or whatever. Uh, Possibility is yes, but at the same time, most of the time, no, because I want the best quality possible. And something like the A1 has got a much more superior sensor, and gives me much more control, and also the lenses I can change, obviously, to give me particular focal lengths, but at the best quality possible, instead of having an all-in-one like the RX10, which is still amazing. It is limited, especially in the mid-range area. At 600mm equivalent, you are actually super sharp, but you can actually focus quite closely. And wide angle at 24mm, again, you can focus very closely, but wide angled, but also it's still extremely sharp. At mid-range, it's got a bit of a leisurely kind of feel to it, especially where it can't focus closely. It can't. It's a bit strange, but yeah, I'm hoping that we do see something, and hopefully Sony have got their fingers in the right pies to give us something new and exciting. It'd be good if they did. The RX10, even now, is superior to these other cameras by a long way. Just in the tech and also the way autofocus is and things like that. And it's still keeping up with some of the newer stuff. And today, with all the noise, denoise software and stuff like that, we can get rid of any issues with high ISO and stuff like that where it does suffer. So yeah, we're spoilt for choice really in the way we can take photos now. But this is still the king of the bridge camera, and it just needs an update. Sony, if you're watching, hope you're listening, and if you like this video, please click the like button. Please share it as well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get something that we deserve. There's a lot of photographers out there like myself who shoot for fun and professionally, but there's also a lot of photographers out there who shoot just because they love it. And something like the RX10 has changed the way we take photos. You've got so much range, so much usability. It's fast, it's small, it's light. It's 1 kilo in weight, so it doesn't take much to carry it around for the whole day. A couple of batteries and you're away. Just needs that update. The software with the autofocus and the speed and the intelligence and all that sort of side of things, just needs that, bringing it up to the modern tech. But still amazing that it's 7 to 8 years old tech. And then imagine we still had the RX10 Mark III, the 2 and the original one before that. So the fact that they're still being used today shows how good it is. I still use mine a lot now. So anyway, yeah, hopefully we get an update shortly with something that's not disappointing. I'm hoping that Sony release something for us, like we've all been hoping for such a long time now. But it went very quiet. The rumours stopped, and then it ceased production apparently, which kind of makes sense with the laws with USB-C cables and ports, so you can utilize one cable for everything, kind of thing. And that's why they re-released the new Nikon and the Panasonic and other cameras out there as well are getting basically like little updates. But I'm hoping Sony now, this has been out long enough that hopefully we do see a slightly tweaked version, if you know what I mean. Would be good. The lens is awesome, but we could do with an updated sensor, faster processing, and yeah, a cleverer autofocus and stuff like that, and then it would be an absolute beast, I reckon. But anyway, see you soon for another video, and let me know what you think below. Cheers, bye.